Hi, I'm Leslie. In the last video, I mentioned briefly that if you want to succeed on the HSK listening test, you must change your daily listening habits. Usually, if we do not understand in daily communication, we can ask the other party to repeat it or to speak slowly. But such operations are completely impossible in the HSK listening test. In the HSK listening test, from level 1 to level 3, each question will be read twice. From level 4 to level 6, each question can only be read once. Not only is the speaker speed fixed, but the intervals between questions are short. Therefore, it is generally believed that the way to improve HSK listening score is to listen more to the dialogues. Get familiar with the speaker's speaking speed, speed up reading and understanding the three choices, and quickly find the right answer. Then the listening score will be improved. This idea is basically right and can really improve your Chinese language skills. This is what my school requires every student to do. However, some students say they did well on the vocabulary and the grammar sections of the HSK, but did poor on the listening section. This only shows that the problem is not with the vocabulary and grammar, but with the way you listen to the conversation. There are two main reasons. First, you may understand a lot of words with your eyes, but when you listen, you cannot immediately get their meaning. You need to think about it. This delay may be as little as 1 second, but it will take 1 second less time to read and understand the three choices, and it will lead to the wrong choice. The listening videos we share here solve this problem. Our listening dialogues have covered all the vocabulary in the HSK listening test, and the combination of vocabulary in different topics will prepare students well in advance. When they come across the same topic during the HSK exam, they will be able to handle it well. The second reason is the order of listening and reading. Our daily communication often has a language environment, such as asking for directions is happening on the road. Discussions between teachers and students in the classroom are all about learning. In an academic discussion, everyone focuses on the same topic. Knowing the language environment in advance will give us the confidence to communicate. Because the vocabulary used in a language environment is limited, we are all prepared. So it is easy to quickly respond to questions from others, right? The listening test, on the other hand, has no such possibility of predicting the communication environment in advance. The fear of directionlessness is the real reason you are worried about the listening test. It is in this worry that you listen to a conversation and then see which choice matches the question. If you are always in this passive state, it is difficult to improve your HSK listening score. Is it possible to be proactive instead of passive? If you can guess what the conversation is going to say in advance, you can pick answers faster. That's what I mean by change your listening habits. Try to understand the meaning of three choices before each dialogue begins to play. Create a language environment for yourself and guess the possible topics of the dialogues. It is much more effective than listening to a conversation unprepared. Okay, let me give you an example. I'm going to use the fifth question in the last video to explain how to guess the conversation topic by reading the choices first. Let's listen to the conversation first.
5. 我再要一碗米饭。
你已经吃了2碗了，不能再吃了。
男的吃了几碗米饭？
Did you notice that before the dialogue played, you could already see the answers? It's the same as the when you take the HSK listening
不能
test.
再吃了。
The three answers we have presented are just like the HSK answer sheet you got. and you have seen the 3 choices for each conversation ahead of time. HSK Level 1 and Level 2 options have pinyin and Chinese characters, and from Level 3 onwards, options are Chinese characters only. Regardless of the level, you must read the choices first, then listen to the conversation. You see 1 bowl, 2 bowls, 3 bowls, and that bowl tells you that the conversation is about Chinese eating, which involves eating rice, noodles, or some dishes, rather than bread, pizza, or burgers. Then we know in advance the linguistic context of the topic. At the same time, we can also guess that the conversation will discuss how much to eat. Then, when you listen to the conversation, just pay attention to the numbers in the conversation. Everything else is not important.
5. 我再要一碗米饭。
你已经吃了2碗了，不能再吃了。
男的吃了几碗米饭？
Sure enough, you heard 2 bowls. And of course, the choice was easy. Is that right? This is the most obvious advantage of reading choices first and listening to conversations later. Reading choices before or after listening to conversations makes all the difference in efficiency. Read first and listen later will not only shorten the time you have to make a choice, but you will also not have the worry of being disoriented. You will be more focused on listening, and the results will be very different. Okay, the example I gave you today was pretty simple, and I'm going to do different examples in future videos to make you more adept at using this method. Let's start today's listening practice. Try this method yourself.
There are 10 conversations in this video. They will be played together 3 times. During each play, say each conversation only once. In the first play, you will see that each conversation has 3 answer options. Choose your answer according to what you hear. During the second play, you can check if you chose the correct answer. In the third play, there is an English translation of each conversation. Now for the first play.
1. 你的儿子上中学了吗？
他现在11岁，明年去中学。
几岁可以上中学？
2. 我们已经骑了50公里，马上就要到了。
对，还有2公里就到了。加油！
他们在做什么？
3. 你周末有空吗？我们一起去逛街吧。
商场里人太多了，看电影怎么样？
女的什么意思？
4. 上次是你请客，今天我来买单。
行，下次我们再一起吃饭。
男的要做什么？
5. 明天的天气好吗？
上午下雨，下午很好，但是有点热。
明天天气怎么样？
6. 你每个星期都去学跳舞吗？
不是，每2周去1次。
女的1个月学几次跳舞？
7. 星期二我不能给你这本书，还要2天才能给你。
好吧，别忘了。
男的什么时候给女的书？
8. 明天早上7点半你能到学校吗
7点半太早了，晚15分钟可以吗？
女的要什么时候到学校？
9. 鸡蛋是10元一盒吗？
对，买2盒送1盒。
3盒鸡蛋多少钱
？10. 已经10点半了，伦敦来的飞机什么时候到？
还有20分钟，别急。
飞机什么时候到？
It is going to do the second play. You can listen to each conversation again and confirm your answers. Please note that there is no pause between the second and third play. As soon as you have confirmed the 10th answer, the third play will begin. Then you will see an English translation of each conversation. All the right answers will be at the end. You can rate your answers.
1. 你的儿子上中学了吗？
他现在11岁，明年去中学。
几岁可以上中学？
2. 我们已经骑了50公里，马上就要到了。
对，还有2公里就到了，加油！
他们在做什么？
3. 你周末有空吗？我们一起去逛街吧。
商场里人太多了，看电影怎么样？
女的什么意思？
4. 上次是你请客，今天我来买单。
行，下次我们再一起吃饭。
男的要做什么？
5. 明天的天气好吗？
上午下雨，下午很好，但是有点热。
明天天气怎么样？
6. 你每个星期都去学跳舞吗？
不是，每2周去1次。
女的1个月学几次跳舞？
7. 星期二我不能给你这本书，还要2天才能给你。
好吧，别忘了。
男的什么时候给女的书？
8. 明天早上7点半你能到学校吗？
7点半太早了，晚15分钟可以吗？
女的要什么时候到学校？
9. 鸡蛋是10元一盒吗？
对，买2盒送1盒。
3盒鸡蛋多少钱？
10. 已经10点半了，伦敦来的飞机什么时候到？
还有20分钟，别急。
飞机什么时候到？
1. 你的儿子上中学了吗？
他现在11岁，明年去中学。
几岁可以上中学？
你的儿子上中学了吗？
他现在11岁，明年去中学。
几岁可以上中学？
2. 我们已经骑了50公里，马上就要到了。
对，还有2公里就到了，加油！
他们在做什么？
我们已经骑了50公里，马上就要到了。
对，还有2公里就到了，加油！
他们在做什么？
3. 你周末有空吗？我们一起去逛街吧。
商场里人太多了，看电影怎么样？
女的什么意思？
你周末有空吗？我们一起去逛街吧。
商场里人太多了，看电影怎么样？
女的什么意思？
4. 上次是你请客，今天我来买单。
行，下次我们再一起吃饭。
男的要做什么？
上次是你请客，今天我来买单。
行，下次我们再一起吃饭。
男的要做什么？
5. 明天的天气好吗？
上午下雨，下午很好，但是有点热。
明天天气怎么样？
明天的天气好吗？
上午下雨，下午很好，但是有点热。
明天天气怎么样？
6. 你每个星期都去学跳舞吗？
不是，每2周去1次。
女的1个月学几次跳舞？
你每个星期都去学跳舞吗？
不是，每2周去1次。
女的1个月学几次跳舞？
7. 星期二我不能给你这本书，还要2天才能给你。
好吧，别忘了。
男的什么时候给女的书？
星期二我不能给你这本书，还要2天才能给你。
好吧，别忘了。
男的什么时候给女的书？
8. 明天早上7点半你能到学校吗
7点半太早了，晚15分钟可以吗？
女的要什么时候到学校？
明天早上7点半你能到学校吗
7点半太早了，晚15分钟可以吗？
女的要什么时候到学校
？9. 鸡蛋是10元一盒吗？
对，买2盒送1盒。
？3盒鸡蛋多少钱？
鸡蛋是10元一盒吗？
对，买2盒送1盒。
3盒鸡蛋多少钱
？10. 已经10点半了，伦敦来的飞机什么时候到？
还有20分钟，别急。
飞机什么时候到？
已经10点半了，伦敦来的飞机什么时候到？
还有20分钟，别急。
飞机什么时候到？